In the future world, everyone has achieved immortality. This 117-year-old man is the only exception. He's the only person in the world who still ages, and the last one destined to die a natural death. The old man's name is Jeff. No records of him can be found in human archives at all. Even he himself has no idea where he comes from. He doesn't even know what year it is now, and he believes he's only 34 years old. He even thinks he's just dreaming right now. To uncover who Jeff really is, doctors put him under hypnosis. As the metronome swayed slowly, Jeff soon fell into a trance. He recalled memories from before he was even born. Inside a pure and flawless room, unborn children all had the ability to see the future. But before every baby is born, angels would erase this power. Yet Jeff was lucky enough to slip through the cracks. He came into the world with this extraordinary gift, but possessing such an otherworldly ability left Jeff stuck with decision paralysis. So he decided to let fate take its course and make no choices at all. This way, he could live out every possible life. One day, Jeff met 3 young girls in the park. The moment he greeted them, he already knew exactly how each of their stories would end. All 3 girls would become his wife. It doesn't mean Jeff would get married 3 times. It represents 3 entirely different life paths. As long as he went with the flow and never chased after anyone, they would stay by his side, leading him through 3 separate lives. To help you follow the plot, we need to keep these 3 girls in mind. As time went on in the future, even though young Jeff had the supernatural power to foresee the future, he still couldn't predict that his family would eventually fall apart. One night, he foresaw danger in his dream. His father was going to land himself in huge trouble that very day. Meanwhile, after parking his car, Jeff's father forgot to pull the handbrake. He then accidentally bit into a foreign object in his food. While his father was dazed and distracted, the car rolled down the slope. Jeff rushed over shouting for his father, but it was already too late. The car ran over and killed a person on the spot. Though his father avoided prison time, the incident dealt a heavy blow to the whole family. His father was consumed by deep regret ever since. As time passed, his mother started dating another man, and Jeff could only stand by and watch helplessly. Eventually, when Jeff was 9 years old, his parents had a bitter falling out and decided to get divorced. Jeff had to make a choice between them. Would he live with his mother, or stay with his father? This choice would shape the rest of his life forever. Just then, the train arrived at the station. Seeing Jeff hesitating, his mother boarded the train alone. Before the train pulled away completely, Jeff suddenly decided to go with his mother. Jeff grew up under his mother's care, and soon entered his teenage years. He talked back to his mother every day, and even faked suicide just to get attention, until someone came along and changed him. It was one of the 3 little girls, the one in red, Lisa. Jeff fell for Lisa at first sight. One day, the school organized a field trip to the beach. Lisa spotted Jeff on the sand. When she ran over and invited him to go swimming together, Jeff turned her down outright. This made Lisa lose interest in him, and the 2 lost contact ever since. They met again many years later at a train station. By then, Lisa was already married and had 3 children. Jeff was filled with disappointment. He regretted turning down Lisa's invitation all those years ago, but all of this was just one future Jeff had foreseen. So when Lisa invited him to swim this time, Jeff didn't refuse. Instead, he honestly told her he couldn't swim. Lisa didn't look down on him for it. She was actually touched by his sincerity. From that moment on, the atmosphere between them turned intimate, until his mother brought home her new partner, who turned out to be Lisa's father. The young couple in love felt no awkwardness at all, and stayed deeply devoted to each other. Years later, Jeff and Lisa walked down the aisle together, and raised 2 lovely children. Lisa was an excellent homemaker, and Jeff had a successful career. It seemed like a perfect happy ending, but one day on his way home from work, Jeff accidentally hit a sparrow with his car. He was driving around a sharp bend. His vision was obstructed, causing his car to plunge into the lake. Since Jeff couldn't swim, the accident claimed his life. Thankfully, this was only another future vision of Jeff's. He thought he could easily avoid this accident later on, but he never expected the timeline to shift completely. Their secret relationship was discovered by their parents. Lisa's father immediately demanded a divorce. He couldn't accept such a scandal in his family. Though Lisa and Jeff were heartbroken to part, they had no other choice. Before separating, they agreed to meet at the lighthouse every weekend. In the days that followed, Jeff waited at the lighthouse every single week, but Lisa seemed to have forgotten their promise, and she never showed up again. 10 years passed, and Jeff stayed single all this time. He firmly believed Lisa was waiting for him somewhere too. Every time Jeff passed the train station on his way back from the lighthouse, he would always give alms to a beggar out of habit. Right after he walked away, Lisa would walk out of the station with the crowd. Just a 2-minute gap kept missing each other time and time again. Even so, Jeff never used his foresight ability. He knew the future wasn't set in stone with only one ending. No matter how much he foresaw, one small action from him could alter the final outcome entirely. Until one day, Jeff found the beggar had passed away. He quickly called the police. It was this short pause that let them cross paths once more. They hugged each other tightly, and star-crossed lovers finally got their happy ending. Lisa had been searching for Jeff all these years too. The long-separated pair spent an intimate night together, but after the passion faded, Lisa was filled with worry. She had grown used to missing Jeff from afar, and his sudden return made her uneasy. She feared she couldn't adapt to living with him day in and day out. In the end, Lisa left him her phone number, wanting a few days to sort out her feelings. But right after Lisa left, a single raindrop fell from the sky, soaking the note completely. Jeff lost his only chance to reach her, refusing to give up. Jeff kept waiting at the lighthouse every weekend, but after waiting for a long time, Lisa never came back. Jeff eventually passed away with regret on the bench. Back to the present timeline. The elderly Jeff burst into laughter after finishing his recollection. The reporter beside him was equally emotional. They had finally unlocked Jeff's lost memories and solved the mystery of his origin. But the story was far from over. Jeff kept telling his story. He told the reporter that when he was 9, he chose to stay and live with his father. The reporter was utterly stunned. Just moments ago, he said he went with his mother. One minute he said he died, the next he said he lived. Which one was the truth? Jeff told the reporter all of it was real. We go back to the train station the day his parents split up. His father's shout made Jeff stop in his tracks. He foresaw the miserable life he would have if he left with his mother, so Jeff decided to stay behind with his father. Maybe here, he could find his own happiness. 6 years flew by in a blink. His father was left paralyzed from the accident years ago. Jeff was forced to take on the burden of the whole family. While taking care of his father, he had to put on a strong front. Late at night when all was quiet, he relaxed his mind by writing science fiction novels. He thought his life would just carry on like this forever, until he ran into the girl in blue from all those years ago, Anna. Jeff fell head over heels for Anna at first sight. His mind was full of sci-fi stories, making Anna laugh non-stop. Fresh off a breakup with her boyfriend, Anna opened up to Jeff about her feelings. The next day, Jeff wrote a love letter to confess his feelings to Anna. That's when he found out she already had a boyfriend. He was nothing more than a backup option. Jeff had no choice but to leave. On his way home, his sadness was obvious. He drove recklessly fast and soon got into a car crash. When he woke up in agony, he was lying in the hospital as a vegetative patient. It was a tragic ending. Thankfully, it was only another future Jeff had foreseen. Back again to the moment Jeff was about to give Anna the love letter. This time, he waited until her boyfriend left, then stepped forward to stop her. But Anna made it clear she only loved her boyfriend, and would never consider any other man. Jeff's confession failed once again. Back home, Jeff thought long and hard. He decided he would only look for someone who loved him wholeheartedly. Not long after, he met a woman who was genuinely into him at a party. The girl in yellow, Laura. She would end up being the one hurt the most by Jeff in this whole story. Years later, Jeff settled down and built a life with Laura, even becoming a wealthy local tycoon. But he turned into an empty shell with no soul, because Jeff never loved Laura. His heart still belonged to Anna. He even called out her name in his sleep. As time went by, Jeff and Laura's relationship fell apart. Jeff realized he didn't want to live this kind of life, so he gave all his wealth to his wife, then left home on a dark and stormy night. When the police found Laura, she learned the truth. Jeff had tried every way possible to take his own life, and finally met a tragic end after pretending to be a gang member. This heartbreaking ending wasn't what Jeff wanted either. So the scene cut back once more to the day Jeff planned to give Anna his love letter. This time Jeff changed his approach, pursuing Anna relentlessly. Perhaps tired of her boyfriend's frivolous ways, or moved by Jeff's sincerity, Anna finally agreed to be with him. Time passed quickly, and Jeff got his happy ending at last, walking down the aisle with Anna. But on their way home from the wedding, an oil tanker up ahead suddenly exploded. His new bride Anna died instantly, and Jeff suffered severe burns all over his face. In the days that followed, Jeff fell into deep loneliness. He decided to spend the rest of his days with Anna's ashes. Later on, Jeff became a physics host. He explained cosmic theories on television. Jeff believed the universe began with a big bang, and once it expanded to a certain limit, it would collapse back into its original singularity, then explode all over again. The universe operates in this endless cycle. Time passed on like this for years, until one of his colleagues died in a car accident. When he attended the funeral, he found out the colleague was Lisa's husband. Jeff finally understood the hidden karmic connection. Anyone who became Lisa's partner was doomed to meet the same tragic fate. But Jeff wanted Lisa to live a happy life, so he decided to rewrite his destiny once again. If his wedding with Anna went smoothly without disaster, maybe small changes could shift fate for the better. The scene shifted again, back to Jeff and Anna's wedding day. This time they narrowly avoided the car explosion, and even had several children together. But in this timeline, Anna suffered from severe depression. She cried for no reason all the time, and flew into rages over the smallest things. Even so, Jeff still loved her deeply. One day, Anna finally spoke her true feelings. She was still in love with her ex-boyfriend, which was why married life felt like endless torment to her. Jeff was utterly shocked. He realized no matter how hard he tried, he could never win the heart of the one he loved. That night, Anna chose to leave home. She believed her departure would set everyone free. Soon after, Anna got a job working at a hair salon. One of her customers turned out to be her ex-boyfriend, but when they talked face to face, Anna didn't recognize him at all. It was clear to see, Her love for him was nothing more than an obsessive fantasy. We return to the present once more. The reporter was completely confused after hearing Jeff's entire story. He thought Jeff's words were full of contradictions. A person couldn't be in two places at once, nor could someone die and come back to life. Then Jeff revealed a shocking secret. Neither you nor I truly exist. We only live inside the imagination of a 9-year-old boy. Every life story Jeff had just told was nothing but fantasies he had at the train station when he was 9. Now Jeff had seen every possible future. All he had to do was pick the perfect life script. In this ideal life, he chose neither his father nor his mother. He chose to live alone instead. After countless trials and choices, in this perfect timeline, Jeff fell in love with Lisa, finally waited for her at the lighthouse, and lived to the age of 118. The reason Jeff thought he was only 34 was probably because he lived through so many parallel lives and choices, mixing up all his memories. In the year 2092, Jeff celebrated his birthday, which also marked the end of his life. By a strange coincidence, the moment he took his last breath, the universe began its great collapse. It's clear why Jeff is known as Mr. Nobody. He lived as long as the universe itself. As the great collapse began, time started flowing backward. When it reached the singularity of the Big Bang, time began moving forward again. Galaxies shattered and reformed. The sun, moon and earth came into being one after another. Everything in the world reset anew, and all his life experiences would play out all over again. And that's where the movie ends. The director wove countless profound ideas into this film, using a sci-fi shell to tell deep life philosophies. In life, we're all just like 9-year-old Jeff. We always wish we could go back to the past to fix our mistakes, yet regrets are always inevitable in the end. So the meaning of life never lies in the final outcome. It lies in standing by your own choices and moving forward bravely no matter what. This is Changjiang Movie. See you next time.